VHDL code for multiplexer using dataflow modeling. In part 1 of the video, we already studied what is dataflow modeling, what is syntax of when-else statement, and now our aim is writing VHDL code for a test-1 multiplexer using when with select statement. Okay, already you have gone through this syntax of with select, and if you want to write a VHDL code using with select, what programmer should know is the truth table. So this is the truth table of a test-1 multiplexer. We have named 3 select lines as S2, S1, S0. Output we considered as Y. So according to how the multiplexer behaves, write all possible combinations of the select line. For each corresponding combination, suppose here 0, 1, 1, means its decimal equivalent is 3. So third input, what is logic on that third input, either 0 or 1, is getting transferred to the output Y. That means this water way over here is getting transferred or appeared at the output Y. Okay. So now by keeping in mind this, we have to write a VHDL code. In VHDL code, always the starting statements are library statement. These library statement for each program we are including. Then the actual code for a test-1 multiplexer. First draw the box. That means the IC that you are going to synthesize it on the CPLD or FPGA. What would be the name you decided for it? What are the input pins? The names you decided and output pin name you decided. So we have decided the name for it as mux 821. We have to keep the rules. We have to keep in mind the rules while writing the names. Okay, that is the IC name mux 821 should be given to the entity. Here in this program, what is written in blue color are the keywords. Keywords has a specific meaning. Okay, it is inside the library. That meaning is present inside a library. While what is written here in the red color are the data types. Okay, they are called as data types. And this black color, what we have written, these are already given name by the programmer. That names you can change. You have a choice for that. Okay. Now here, as you already gone through in the previous videos, that for half adder, full adder videos, how to write a program for VHDL. So entity syntax, architecture syntax, already you are aware about it. So we are just going for this one using with select statement. So entity is mux 821. Now this input pins are 8 input pins which have a common name. It is a group of 8 pins. To that group we have given the name I for input. Its direction you have to mention. In direction, its type is STD logic, and as there are 8 pins, you have to write 7 down to 0. And when you write this statement, each VHDL statement ends with semicolon. When you write the statement, this software automatically creates pins, input pins with these names. I7 down to I0. In that 7, I7 is the MSB pin considered, and I0 here is the last 0. So here I0 is LSB pin considered. Same way, select lines are the 3 pins. So for that group we have given the name S. S is the group name, which is a common name for each pin in that group. Then it again has a direction in. Its type is STD logic vector, and as there are 3 pins, is when you write this way, it generates S2, S1, S0 name pins with the direction in. And the only output pin is a single pin. We have named it as a Y. So write here Y, write a direction out, and here only STD logic, not a vector. Vector word come for a group or bunch of pins. not for a single pin. This is a single pin, hence we have to write only STD logic. Okay. Now in this entity just give you the idea about input-output pins of your IC and the name of that pins, their directions and the name. That's all only. It is not explaining you the behavior, how this IC work, how this combinational circuit work. So that come under architecture. So this is what architecture after the begin we are writing this behavior using with select statement. So we need to follow the syntax of with select statement. Along with that, what we know is the truth table of this 8:1 multiplexer. We knew the truth table of 8:1 multiplexer. In the truth table of 8:1 multiplexer, when you apply the select line combinations, this suppose 0, 0, 0, what should be there? I0 input should appear at the output Y. Okay, so it should reflect over here in the code with S select. So what is syntax according to the syntax of the with select statement? With, and in between the select keyword, there you have to write a choice, and that choice is actually represents what you write after this when. Okay, so what we have written over here? S. What it indicates? This indicates what you are writing. This S represent actually these values. So this is S2 because this is 2 at start, so S2 is MSB, and last is 0, so S0 is LSB. So S2 MSB, here this represent S1, this bit represent S0. When there is a group of bits, you have to include it in double quote. Okay, so in between with and select, we are writing here S, that is we are writing explaining the we are considering the select line values. So when select line value is 0, 0, 0, according to our truth table, I0 value is assigned to Y. When it is 0, 1, 1, what are we on I3 input pin? What is on I3 input pin is assigned to Y, correct? So this way we are writing the code, and last, as I stated, every with select statement ends with others. When all combinations are over, output goes into high impedance state. For that, capital Z is mentioned value, and others is also a keyword. For at every, this is complete statement. So after each this, you have to give comma only, and at the end you put the semicolon and write end and end the architecture. Let's write the architecture name here, and this is the semicolon. So you explain the behavior of this multiplexer. So this way you wrote the code for VHDL code for multiplexer using with select statement, and this is a data flow modeling. Any statement you can change here, not necessarily I0 should be at start. You can write also this statement at start, this may be last. So as we know that in data flow modeling, sequence or that order of writing statement doesn't matter. So any statement you can write first, any statement you can write last, it will work properly. Okay. So now what student has to do is write VHDL code for full adder. Already what is full adder is truth table. You go on this link, already uploaded this video, and already you know that you studied in previous class, and you try to write VHDL code for it using with select statement. Okay. After that, write a logical equation for multiplexer. Okay. Submit this before coming to class. Okay. And then we will go further. Thank you.